a new Division One women's tennis ranking has come out. It's another set of computer rankings. So Oklahoma State, Michigan, Stanford, North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Pepperdine, Texas, Cal, USC, Texas A&M, NC State, Florida, Auburn, UCLA, Ohio State, Tennessee, South Carolina, Miami, Florida, Oklahoma, Duke, San Diego, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and Wisconsin are the 1 through 25. But to go over 26 through 40, just to give some context, are like Washington, Texas Tech, FIU as in Fullerton International University, Alabama, Vanderbilt, Arizona State, Notre Dame, LSU, Baylor, Illinois, Wake Forest, Northwestern, Ole Miss, Harvard, and TCU. And obviously, if you're a top 16 seed, you get to host the first two rounds of the NCAA tournament. If you're a top 8 seed, you get to host potentially up to the Sweet 16 match. That is, if you get past the first two matches in the first and second rounds. And right now, the cut line on NCAA projection would be like at 42. So I'm gonna go over like the bubble teams and all this. The last four in would be like, technically, I'm not including the leader and all this, the conference leader, like Northwestern, Ole Miss, TCU, and Arizona. They'll be the last four in, but the last four buys would be Wake Forest, Baylor, Illinois, LSU. That's just the name of those teams right there. And the last four out, the first four out would be like Columbia, BYU, Utah, and Memphis. And the next four out would be like Yale, Princeton, Maryland, and Syracuse, technically, because I'm not including teams with sub 500 records. And if you have a losing record, you're not going to go to the NCAA tournament unless you win your conference tournament. That's the rule of all about this. So I'm not including SMU in the mix right now because they have a losing record. Though they could play themselves in, it's just, you got to do something. Arkansas with the losing record, I'm not including them right now either. Kansas and UCF are other teams, but that's way down on the list. And obviously, when your conference tournament really helps your chances, automatically gets you in the NCAA tournament. You got to avoid bad losses, especially if you're a top 16 seed, because it could very well affect you not hosting first two rounds, potentially. And the same thing goes for a top 8 seed. So I'm just saying that, and this week is like one of the last week in some conferences and regular season matches before the conference tournament, if they even have one, because I know the Ivy League does not have that. So they have to just get in on based on their merit, basically. And all this. So yeah, that's the thing. You gotta have to make a run. If you're like an Arkansas, if somehow you get above 500, you need to make a run in the SEC tournament and make sure you get a winning record at that. I'm just telling the truth right now. Yeah, and of course, you want to control your own destiny, but at the same time, you cannot have any bad losses. You can't have other teams lose to help yourself, though it would help. I'm just saying. And of course, there's a difference between like being an 8 seed and a 9 seed. You have to go on the road somewhere for the Sweet 16 match potentially instead of being at home. So that's just breaking it down. And right now the top 16 seeds would be Oklahoma State, Michigan, Stanford, North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Pepperdine, Texas. Those would be the top 8, but 9 through 16 would be like Cal, USC, Texas A&M, Florida, NC State, Auburn, UCLA, and Ohio State. Now, my top 10 for Division I women's tennis goes as follows. It's very similar. Oklahoma State, Michigan, Stanford, North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Pepperdine, Texas, USC, and Cal. Outside of looking in no particular order, are like Texas A&M, NC State, Florida, Auburn, UCLA, and Ohio State. If you want to throw in Tennessee, that's fine. But anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. On the road to 600 subscribers, of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So when money out this course, like a video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithms, more people to see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. And obviously, if you're a bubble team, if you get a big win under your belt, like a top 16 win or top 10 win or even top 5, that would really help your chances as well. Potentially.